Hello and welcome back to another CAD clip lesson on Revit structure. In this lesson I'm going to review a topic I covered in a lesson or two ago with regards to the work plane that your sketch is on. And I just want to clarify that. I'm going to start by visually just fixing this up by going and picking a beam and going down to my visibility toolbar, clicking on here and say hide category, meaning hide all the beams in this view, just to make things a little easier here. And what I'm talking about is if I click on a floor plate, even after I've saved and drawn this and worked on other things, I can go back and hit edit. Okay, now notice in this case the sketch lines jump down to a different level. Okay, sketch lines in a floor plate have to be on a level somewhere, but they don't have to be on the level you're drawing on. And I always find it confusing when this happens. And sometimes, of course, you're looking straight down at it, so you can't really tell where those lines are till you go into a 3D view. And then, and in fact, they can be at any level. Okay, if I go in here now after the fact, the good news is I can click on here and see that the work plane that the floor is sketched on is level 3, but the actual floor is for level 4 with an offset of 0, and it can get very confusing when you have offsets and stuff. So as long as you go through this lesson, you won't have a problem. So I'm going to hit OK with that. Now, just as an example, I can go set work plane and I can pick level 1. Okay, it's going to jump all the way down to the ground. But no matter what, if I finish sketch, oh, sorry, I did that the wrong way. I meant to set the work plane. Hit edit. There you go. I want to leave this on level 4. You see. And I want to set the work plane to be level 1. Okay, this is going to stay on level 4. Hit OK. Finish the sketch. And there we go. Okay, so this floor plate, edit, sketched down on level 1, but it lives at level 4. So we don't really want this. So that's why we go in here and we change this to say, and we'll talk more about work planes later, finish the sketch. Let's have a look at this one. And this applies to any time you're in sketch mode, not just for floors, for roofs, and for stairs, and for some other things as well. Stairs are a bit different, but definitely roofs and floors. I'm going to hit edit on here. This one's good, it appears, because it's sketched on level 3 and it lives on level 3. All is good. Okay, the other thing you can do when you go set work plane is I can say show, and it'll kind of give you a view there. Watch. Level 1, show me. Level 4, show me where level 4 is. Show. Okay. So that's kind of a little tip for you, is you can use the show button if you're not sure where the levels are. Then you can compare it to where your sketch lines are, show. And then you can say, etc. Hit OK. All is good. Finish the sketch and away you go. So that applies to whenever you're in sketch mode, you can go in and repair it later. Aha, you see this one? There's a problem. I think this should be at level 2 because that's where the floor is at level 2. Hit OK. Finish the sketch, and there we go. So when we hit edit, there's my sketch in the right place. Pick on this one, edit, it's in the right place. And the top one, edit, it's in the right place. And you might say, well, how does this happen? Sometimes you change your work plane for various reasons. Okay, and then you'll start to draw your roof. Maybe you'll go to level 2. Okay, and maybe you've set your work plane in the meantime somehow to be, level 1. And hit OK. And then you go in here and then you draw a slab by going in here and using our line work, picking our lines. We check our properties. It's at level 1. Okay, interesting. The sketch lines are at level because I set my work plane over here with my work plane button independently before I went in. Okay, it's actually putting it at level 1 even though I was on level 2. What does it say for work plane? Level 1. Okay, so that's exactly how, first of all, that can happen. And then what will happen is you'll do this. You'll finish the sketch and you'll go to your 3D view and you'll go, why is that at level 1? That should be at, level 2. So you'll go in and you'll hit edit, watch, and you'll go in here and you'll say, oh, it's on the wrong level. It should be on level 2. Well, guess what? The sketch lines are staying on level 1. Okay, and then you finish the sketch and it jumps up to the first level, and you never figure out from there on why every time you hit edit, your lines jump down. Okay, because you were set to a different work plane when you went in before you even sketched the floor. Again, I'll just show you that one last time. I'm going to go on to level 4. Now, if I go work plane in here, it's going to be level 4. If I go back and switch myself to be at level 1 somehow, and I'm working away on something else, even though I'm on level 4, when I go in and draw my slab, it's going to put me at level 1. That's all I'm saying. Verify the information before you get started. And then the good news is if it gets drawn and sketched where the levels and the sketch lines get separated, you can always go back and go in here and compare them. So, kind of a long-winded lesson, but definitely something that confused the heck out of me for, I'm sure a good year. So there you've learned it in about 8 minutes. And the last thing I probably want to do is turn my beams back on, reset temporary hide, and my beams are back and all is good again.